The more you reveal your pain, the more some people might want to hurt you. Although this doesn't always happen, it's common for some individuals to take pleasure in your suffering or even contribute to it worsening. This behavior, rooted in sadism and envy, is unfortunately prevalent and can hinder your growth in various aspects of life, whether at work, within a group of friends, or even in your family. Therefore, learning to hide your vulnerabilities can become your strength. Imagine yourself as a tree in a storm. The leaves might flutter and the branches may sway, but the trunk remains sturdy and deeply rooted. This image of silent resilience is what we aim to teach. We'll discuss how you can become stronger by showing that external or internal issues don't easily affect you. By acting as if nothing bothers you, you're not denying the storm, but choosing not to let the rain soak you or the wind knock you down. You'll learn to master your fate, standing firm and serene amidst chaos. In this video, we'll cover 18 Stoic principles from Epictetus, a renowned philosopher you might have heard of. I also invite you to embrace self-knowledge, where true strength comes not from the thunder's noise, but from the quiet light guiding your path. So, for the next few minutes, focus on the content and not on daily distractions. Let's begin. Principle 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever wondered why nature gave us 2 ears but only 1 mouth? According to Epictetus, this isn't a mistake, but rather a purposeful design. We should not fall in love with our own voice, but rather with the voices of others. Learning from others helps us advance not by repeating our own words. So, start paying more attention to what others say and less to what you've been focusing on until now. Principle 2. Always expect the worst. One major cause of anxiety is the belief that unfavorable circumstances are waiting for us in the future. We fear that our children might abandon their studies, that we could lose our jobs, that our spouse might confess to an affair and ask for a divorce, or that something else terrible could happen like bankruptcy. The issue is that we fear one problem today, another tomorrow, and so on. Life not only reserves joyful moments for us, but also a fair share of inevitable problems, leading to constant stress. Epictetus suggests thinking that all the things you fear have already happened. What could be worse? This way, your spirit will develop strategies to face challenges with resilience. Principle 3. Prepare to fail, as it is the only way to progress. We often strive for the impossible to avoid being seen as fools. However, Epictetus views being considered a fool as an opportunity for genuine improvement, both professionally and personally. Overcoming challenges isn't a spontaneous reaction, but a result of persistent trial and error. It's through mistakes that we refine what keeps us from excellence. Principle 4. Be aware of the dangers of fortune. Wealth brings with it a stigma that few can escape. It's not just about people who may appear to befriend us to benefit from our fortune. Money can transform people, not always for the better. Once we possess wealth, we might discover qualities within ourselves that were previously unknown, and our spirit may begin to deteriorate as we lose moral values. Principle 5. Do not cling to a single hope. Thankfully, we are naturally inclined to embrace diversity, so there's no reason to pin all our hopes on one dream. Doing so could be devastating if it fails. Epictetus encourages us to pursue multiple dreams to significantly increase our chances of success. Principle 6. Always remember that death is waiting at the end of the road. This isn't meant to promote pessimism, but to remind us that death is the final destination of all our actions and efforts. Keeping this in mind might help us evaluate whether it's worth spending years of our limited life saving for a house we can't take with us. As death approaches, just as we carry essential items like our phone, credit cards, and toothbrush, carrying a small notebook with Stoic principles can benefit us. It will shift our perspective, helping us see setbacks not as misfortunes but as opportunities and use our time more wisely. Principle 7. True wealth lies in a contented spirit. Epictetus had a unique view on happiness, captured in his famous quote, "A wise person is one who doesn't fret over what they lack but finds joy in what they have." This is more than just a thought. It's advice to stop feeling afflicted by what we don't have and to appreciate our current achievements. A truly rich person is above all a happy person. Principle 8. Incorporate humility into your life. To truly learn something, it's essential to recognize what we think we already know. Epictetus calls us to practice humility, especially in learning. Boasting of our knowledge distances us from genuine understanding, which comes from the recognition of our ignorance. Viewing everything through a childlike perspective, full of wonder and a desire to learn, will benefit us greatly. Principle 9. Guilt is a plague. Narrow-minded people blame others, ordinary people blame themselves, but the wise see all guilt as foolishness. This perspective from Epictetus has led modern therapists to approach guilt as a feeling to be eradicated. The only way to overcome guilt is to refuse to engage with it. Blaming others or ourselves absolves us of responsibility. Overcoming guilt requires a firm determination to take responsibility for our actions. Principle 10. Make alliances with winning people. It's interesting how we avoid someone who sneezes nearby, fearing illness, yet we don't always avoid a more dangerous contagion we encounter daily. Epictetus advised surrounding ourselves with people who inspire us to do our best. People's behavior greatly influences our state of mind. Some drain our energy, while others uplift us. Therefore, it's wise to align with those who bring positivity into our lives and distance ourselves from those who make us regret our existence. Principle 11. Your reactions shape your destiny. Our reactions are crucial, marking our success or failure. Epictetus taught us that while we can't choose what happens, we can control how we manage it. Misfortune can affect anyone, but our response will make the difference. For some, a divorce may lead to depression, while for Epictetus, it's a chance for self-knowledge. Your life is defined not by what happens to you, but by how you respond. Principle 12. Always fulfill your duty. Each of us has a role in society. Just as the sun rises every morning without needing praise, we must fulfill our obligations as nature does its job. Waiting for praise to complete our tasks is a disservice to ourselves and others. Knowing our responsibilities and recognizing that others depend on us means we must carry out our duties without needing reminders. Principle 13. Do not hate those who hate you. Simply ignore them. You are greater and superior to those who criticize and despise you. Don't waste time hating them, as they don't deserve a place in your thoughts. Epictetus encourages us not to fear those who try to harm us. Their attempts to damage you are futile if you ignore them and remain unaffected. Principle 14. Embrace simplicity. Why live in frugality when we have access to luxuries? Wealth requires ongoing commitment and energy to maintain. A simple lifestyle, in contrast, frees us from the pressure of managing bills, loans, and credit cards. Principle 15. Don't let others' comments and attitudes bother you. When you let someone's actions make you angry, you hand over control of your life. That person becomes your master only when you allow them to disturb you. Epictetus helps us understand that we hold keys within ourselves. Some lead to happiness, while others lead to emotional ruin. By erecting barriers against others' negativity, we maintain control over our responses and emotions. Principle 16. Friendship surpasses wealth. True wealth consists of genuine friends who support us if our material fortune fades. Cultivating true friendships is a wise long-term investment. Principle 17. Extract benefits from situations. Whatever happens, it's up to you to make the most of it. Epictetus said that taking advantage of adversity is our duty. With intelligence, we can find benefits even in difficult situations. For example, if you're fired from a job, instead of despairing, consider it a chance to pursue your dream enterprise while fulfilling your remaining duties. Seeking the positive in every situation will take you further than merely lamenting. Principle 18. Stop worrying about what's beyond your control. You own your opinion, but not your reputation. You can strive for your goals, but you can't control the outcomes or success. Worrying about uncontrollable factors is a waste of time. According to Epictetus, we should focus on cultivating values we can change and let go of what we can't control. Stoic principles are valuable for navigating tough times with resilience and interest. They teach us not to fantasize, but to apply what we've learned and keep moving forward. I hope you enjoyed the video. Since you've reached the end, share your thoughts with us by commenting Stoic Paradox. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. See you soon.